Hello and welcome. My name is Megan and I'm rewatching every episode of the television show Supernatural so that you don't have to, and telling you what happened and what I think about it. We're starting with the pilot. I have been taking notes, so buckle in. For context, I used to be a Supernatural stan, and I watched live up until about season 12 when I gave up on it. So if and when we get to that point in the series, it will be as new to me as it might be to you. We open with a flashback. Lawrence, Kansas. A family. Dean, Mary, Sam, and John. Dean and Sam are the children. Mary and John are the parents. Dean, the older brother, is helping his mother put Sammy to sleep, tucking him in. Everything seems fine, but as we know, things are about to get a little supernatural. After the boys are in bed, Mary starts getting suspicions. She hears a noise in her son's room. She walks over to see what it is. She checks in. She sees what she presumes to be her husband, John, taking care of Sam. He shushes her concerns, but she only sees the back of him.
John, is he hungry? Okay.
She continues down the hallway, lights flickering. Things are suspicious. She gets to the bottom of the stairs to find her husband, John, sitting on the couch watching television. So who was coddling Sam? She runs back up the stairs and screams. We cut back to John. What's going on? He runs up the stairs, goes into Sam's room. All seems well. No Mary, no concerns. We get a shot of the sweet little baby actor. Where is that child today? And a drop of blood. We look up. The stuff of nightmares. Pinned to the ceiling. Bloody abdomen. She bursts into flames. The whole house begins to go up in flames. Screaming, chaos, and in this moment we get our first ever command from John Winchester to his son Dean.
Take your brother outside as fast as you can. Don't look back. Now, Dean, go!
Rest in peace to Mary Winchester. Cut. Present day. Stanford. Sam, once a toddler, a baby in a crib, getting bled on by his mother's supernaturally pinned to the ceiling body, is now studying to be a lawyer. We find out he got a 174 on his LSATs.
He acts all humble, but he scored a 174.
I must point out, lower score than Elle Woods. Still a great score.
Is that good?
Scary good.
Good for him. Hanging with his girlfriend, Jessica. She seems wonderful. She's supportive of him.
What would I do without you?
Crash and burn.
Post-party, we cut back to Sam. Something's suspicious. The window is cracked. We're getting spooky shots all around. Bam! Bam! A scuffle. Who is this mystery man? Lo and behold, none other than his big brother Dean. And so we get our first introduction to Sam and Dean interacting with each other on camera. First line out of adult Dean's mouth, "Easy, Tiger."
Oh, easy, Tiger. Dean?
I'm sorry, sir. Did you not just break into my apartment on Halloween night? Cut the crap. Sam asks, rightfully so, what the hell are you doing here? Dean, shit that he is. And let me be clear, I'm not anti-Dean. In fact, when I was watching this growing up, I actually had more of an issue with Sam. But I'm excited to see now that I've matured how my opinions have changed. Regardless, when Sam asks Dean, what the hell are you doing here? Dean responds, I was looking for a beer. Be so for real right now, my friend. Sam's girlfriend, Jessica, alerted by the scuffle, concerned about what's going on. It's revealed to her this is Sam's brother, who Sam's never talked about really. He doesn't like talking about his family. He's made it clear they don't have a great relationship. It's the first thing Dean does. Start flirting with Sam's girlfriend.
I love the Smurfs.
Of course. This is a theme we will find throughout the series. Dean Winchester loves to flirt. So why is Dean here? Why has he decided to melodramatically break into his brother's apartment in the middle of the night? Here we get one of the most iconic lines of the Supernatural series.
Dad's on a hunting trip, and he hasn't been home in a few days.
Dun dun! Dramatic zoom onto Sam's face. What is it that John Winchester is hunting? Supernatural creatures, of course. Because after his wife was killed in a supernatural manner, it became his life's mission to avenge her by hunting down and killing every supernatural creature he possibly can. He has tried to pass this tradition on to his sons. Dean, we find out, in the first of many bickering arguments we will see in this series between these two brothers, has taken on this responsibility and this duty as a badge of honor and as almost a sense of moral aptitude. He's really proud of the fact that this is what they do as a family. Sam, on the other hand,
You think Mom would have wanted this for us?
wants to have a normal life. He wants to go to law school, marry a nice lady, and just not be hunting down creepy crawlies in the night. It's revealed that when Sam told his family that he wanted to go to college, his father told him, if you go, then never come back. I hate you, John Winchester, count 1. We'll return to this count many times throughout this series. If I could make a single shirt about my opinions about the Supernatural series, it would say, I hate you, John Winchester, on it. So the boys bicker about what the right thing to do is. Sam wants to be safe. He resents their upbringing. Dean resents that Sam resents their upbringing and clearly idolizes his father for choosing to raise them as supernatural creature hunters. We learned Dean is 26. I'm 28. This made me feel like the Crypt Keeper, as Jamie Lee Curtis in Freaky Friday would say, because I was watching this television show as a 15-year-old girl and thinking about how old these men were. Thank you. A little bit of context about the specific situation that Dean is coming to Sam for help with. John had gone on a hunting trip on his own to go hunt down some supernatural creature. He'd been gone for 3 weeks. Dean was starting to get a little suspicious. Then he gets this spooky voicemail from John. John's cutting in and out. You can't totally hear what he's saying.
We're all in danger.
Spooky ghost lady voice whispering in the back of the voicemail, I can never go home. That's suspicious. Something is weird. Cut to a guy driving in California down the road, talking to his girlfriend on the phone when he sees a woman in white on the side of the road. Starts getting some weird radio static on his car radio. Hangs up the phone, goes to pick up this hitchhiker. She's giving ghost. Let's be clear, it's giving ghost. Agrees to take her home, starts ogling her breasts. She tries to put a move on him. He's like, fuck yeah, let's get with it. Let's go back to your place. Okay. She leads him to an abandoned house. He's like, are you fucking with me or what's going on? All of a sudden, she's gone. Things are getting weirder. If it wasn't already giving ghost, which it was, it's definitely giving ghost now.
Joke's over, okay?
He's like, fine, I'm out of here. Tries to get in his car and drive away when all of a sudden, boom, boom, she's in the rearview mirror, sitting in the backseat of his car. Drives him nearly off a bridge, and we get a clear visual of what happened to this man. Cut again. Dean and Sam are bickering over what music to play in the car. We get another iconic Supernatural line. You will see these on t-shirts, on bumper stickers, etc. Driver picks the music. Shotgun shuts his K-hole. Classic. The music that Dean is listening to?
Sorry, I can't hear you. The music's too loud.
If you are watching this series on a streaming service, you will not get, because they've gone through and replaced all the original soundtrack with stupid music. Thankfully, I'm watching the DVD for my public library. Go support your public library, everyone. The boys pull up to the bridge. They begin investigating the situation. Right out the gate, they are pretending to be U.S. Marshals. This is a theme you will find throughout this show. These boys love pretending that they are something they are not to get information that they legally should not have access to. Dean is very rude to the cops. Classic Dean. They find and question the girlfriend of this man who has just been killed. Although, even though there was definitely blood in the car that we saw happen, the guy is apparently just missing. I don't know what the situation is with that, but they're all like, oh, he's missing. We're pretending to be his uncles. Again, lying. These boys love to lie. They learn the lore in this area of this hitchhiking ghost lady who picks up guys, or technically gets picked up by guys, and then go missing and nobody ever hears from them again. Dean and Sam, pieces coming together. One thing about this show, when you start to get some lore, you know that it's about to start moving because we are on the right track.
It's kind of this local legend.
The boys start searching online. It's 2005. I am cracking up watching Dean doing an internet search. They find out there's this woman who lost her babies. They died in the bathtub. Then she went and ended her own life by jumping off this bridge. This bridge that's like associated with all of the men that have gone missing and whatever. Pieces are coming together. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. Argument number 2. The boys start bickering again about the hunting lifestyle, about what they owe to the memory of their dead mother or of the world when it comes to making their entire life about chasing down supernatural creatures. Sam basically says, I want to move on. I don't even remember my mom, and we're not doing anything to bring her back or change things or avenge her by doing this. Dean is really mad, really salty, gets Sam all up against the thing. Don't say that shit about my mom.
Mom's gone. And she isn't coming back.
Okay, bro.
That Constance chick, what a bitch!
Alright, the boys are like, let's go check into a motel, shoddy little motel. If there's one thing Sam and Dean Winchester are gonna do, it's get a room at a shoddy hotel with a fake credit card. They do, and they find out their dad has been staying at this motel, Holiday Inn, and crack the lock, go into their room. I'm telling you, it looks like something a psychosis patient would be doing. Walls covered in shit.
Centennial Highway victims.
Half-eaten food strewn about. By the smell of the half-eaten food, he hasn't been there for several days. Things are starting to get weird. They weren't already, they are weird now. Sam tries to apologize to Dean for maybe being insensitive to the memory of their mother. Dean gives him yo, no chick flick moments. Classic Dean Winchester. Sam calls Dean a jerk.
Jerk.
Dean calls Sam a bitch. This will be a recurring pattern. Almost immediately, Dean gets arrested for impersonating a U.S. Marshal. They take him to the police station.
Fake U.S. Marshal. Fake credit cards. You got anything that's real?
My boobs.
Sam gets away. Sam goes and finds widower of this woman who killed herself. The man is giving kind of weird vibes. Sam is getting suspicious about how picture perfect their relationship actually was before all this stuff happened. And then Sam starts revealing to this man, but what he's essentially doing is like offering exposition to the audience that like there is this pattern of this thing that occurs with particular kinds of like lady ghosts called women in white.
A what?
A woman in white, or sometimes weeping woman. It's a ghost story. Well, it's more of a phenomenon, really.
When their men are unfaithful to them, they like go crazy and then end the lives of their children and then come back to sanity and end their own lives. Then their souls are like cursed to haunt this mortal plane and take the lives of any man who's being unfaithful. Okay? This man is pissed. He does admit that he was unfaithful, but I'll tell you what, you will find it is a theme in this show that Sam and Dean Winchester consistently upset and trigger the family members of the bereaved, who they are questioning beyond their legal purview.
Now you get the hell out of here.
Okay. Dean pretty much immediately escapes from the police station because this cop handcuffs him to the table and then leaves a packet of stuff on the table that has a paperclip on it. Rookie mistake. Dean's out of there in a jiff. We cut. Sam's driving on the phone. Dean's talking to him from a payphone. Dean reveals that their dad is no longer there. He has left town, and that he knows this because he found Dad's journal, which Dad pretty much never goes anywhere without his journal. It has like all of the information from every single hunt that he's ever been on, and every bit of lore that he's picked up throughout the years about supernatural creatures. And at the end of this journal, or I guess the most recent page of this journal, their dad has written down coordinates, which is like this thing that he apparently does all the time to like let them know where he's going. They're like, why would Dad like leave in the middle of this hunt to like go to these coordinates in Colorado and like basically call and leave this like ominous voicemail for Dean, like getting Dean to come and finish up his job? Like, that's weird. What's going on? We're not sure. But in the middle of this conversation, the woman in white gets all up in Sam's business as he's driving down this stretch of highway. She's like, will you take me home? Sam's like, no. She's like, conk, conk, locks all the doors, drives to this abandoned house. And he's like, you can't get me because I'm not going to be unfaithful to you. She's like, you will be. Forces herself on him. Hello, you're creeping me out. He realizes that she's scared to actually go in the house. She keeps repeating, I can never go home, I can never go home. But it's almost too late because she's getting her ghostly fingers all up in his chest cavity and is like about to rip his heart out of his body physically. When suddenly, bam, 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 through the car window, Dean shoots these little salt bullets, which actually they don't make clear in this episode that that is what it is, but I know that that's what it is because I've watched the show. Ghosts, like, are repelled by salt, so they, like, fill bullet casings with salt so that they can, like, shoot the ghosts and make them, like, get out of their business for a moment. So Sam is free from this lady ghost who was, like, sexually assaulting him. Sam drives the car into the house for some reason.
I'm taking you home.
Where then the ghost lady sees this picture of her and her children. She's like struck with all the horrible things that she's done as water comes pouring down the stairs and the ghostly haunting figures of the two children that she murdered in the bathtub stand at the top of the stairs and are like, come home with us, mommy. Hard. And then we get like a crazy 2005 CGI sequence to basically indicate like it's all good. Some kind of weird supernatural thing has occurred and she's no longer on this plane. Immediately, music changes to like this like funny bouncy music and Dean's like making a joke.
If you screwed up my car, I'll kill you.
Ridiculous. Cut to the boys driving in the car. Dean's like, Dad's in Colorado. Won't take us long to drive there. But this whole time, Sam has been saying, I gotta get home by Monday because I have a big interview at this law school. Because I just want a normal life. As we all know, because they've bickered about it already twice in this episode. Dean's really salty because clearly he had been hoping that Sam would like get the hunting bug from doing this case with him, but Sam just wants to go back to his regular life with his girlfriend. So he's like kind of salty.
The interview's in like 10 hours. I gotta be there.
He takes him back to Stanford. As he lets Sam out of the car and he's like walking back, we get this moment from Dean that makes me want to rip my own heart out.
You know, we made a hell of a team back there.
Clearly like throwing out like I'm trying to connect with you. And Sam's like,
Yeah.
Dean's all, okay, I'm cool. I'm totally normal and I'm not having a big emotional response already. Something about Dean Winchester is like very, very, very hard, gruff, like dickhead exterior. And then you get these moments where Jensen Ackles like really beautifully captures in his acting like this like vulnerability and this like little boy who just like is lonely and like wants to hang out with his family like seeping out. And I'm like, I could maybe jump off a bridge right now myself, but I won't. End of the episode, right? Everything's wrapped up, got this case fixed. Dean's gonna go figure out what's going on with Dad. Wrong. Sam goes up to his apartment. Lays down in his bed. He is ready to relax after a long weekend of monster and ghost hunting, when suddenly, drip, drip, blood on his forehead. Opens his eyes. What's happening? But his wonderful, supportive, loving, beautiful girlfriend Jessica,
What would I do without you?
Crash and burn.
is splayed out on the ceiling, just like Mary Winchester once was. Blood on her abdomen. Boom. Up in flames. This poor child, I cannot take it. And yes, I'm calling Sam Winchester in the pilot of Supernatural a child because he is younger than Dean Winchester, who is canonically 26, and I am 28. Thank you. The moment the place bursts into flames, Dean is in there. He is in the door. He is getting Sammy out of there. Hey, remember? Flashback to the original setting and John saying to Dean, get your brother Sammy and get out of this house. Okay, I'm seeing a parallel, and it will be something that will come up recurringly as these boys continue to bicker throughout the series about their duty to their father, to their family business, to the hunting lifestyle, to each other, or whatever it might be, because Dean takes very seriously the orders of his father and the commands of his father and thinks that it is imperative that he follow them. Sam is not interested in that and doesn't want to just blindly obey his father. But when you think about these connecting pieces, it makes you realize, makes sense that Dean Winchester thinks it's so important and so imperative to follow the commands of his father, because the first command from his father we see in his entire narrative is his father telling him to get his brother out of the house to safety when he is just a little boy and the house is catching on fire and his mom is dying. So rest in peace to Jessica. That sucks. You seemed awesome. I'm so sorry we got like a total of 5 minutes of you on screen in the pilot before you died. That sucks. The episode ends with an absolutely heart-wrenching look taking place between the two brothers as they stand at the back of Dean's car looking at his trunk full of like guns and monster hunting equipment and stuff. Sam says, we've got work to do. Bum bum. So now we know the boys are at it again. We have a moment where Sam is able to empathize with his father in a way that he had not been able to previously, because now he has experienced a parallel thing with the woman he loves that his father has experienced, and now he's feeling that same like rush and need to avenge her. Dean, mixed feelings probably from this guy, because clearly something horrible has just happened to his brother and his brother's loved one, but now Dean's like getting what he wants, which is his brother coming a hunting with him, and like they're gonna spend some more time together. This has been season 1, episode 1 of Supernatural, told through my eyes. Join us next time when we take on season 1, episode 2, Wendigo.